This is Abhishek, Master Teacher of Physics at Vedantu, and welcome to an amazing session. Now I know that many of you guys might not be knowing me because this is almost after a long time we are doing a master class especially for ICSE students. But I know that many of you guys might be my own students, my regular students of ICSE. So hi there. Hi, welcome to this session. Okay guys, so here today, for people who don't know me, as you can see, repeating again, my name is Abhishek. I am a BTech Aerospace Engineer, also a Master Teacher of Physics at Vedantu. I handle CBSE and ICSE batches at Vedantu, and more than 500 students are being mentored under me right now and aiming for that 100% of scores in both the board examinations. But today, all the concepts are going to be related to ICSE. And basically, I'm not going to teach you any concept. I'm just merely going to tell you how to score that 100%. I will show you how in just a moment. So today's topic, my dear students, is nothing but how to score 100% of marks in ICSE 10th Physics Board examinations. Let's start here. Okay, so basically, what are we going to cover today? Let me show that to you guys first. If you'll see in front of all of you, you can see very carefully that today we are going to cover very important concepts. That is nothing but ICSE Board Class 10 strategies to score 100% of marks. How? See, it's a theory. It's actually a proven theory that until and unless you know how the question paper pattern is or what kind of questions are going to come, the probability of you scoring 100% is very low. So once you know that as well, apart from all the concepts, your probability is pretty high. So I want all of you guys to be in that high probability region. So for that, here at Vedantu, we have analyzed 2018, 2017 and 2016 ICSE 10 board examination papers, and we realized we have come across such great analysis that we know from this particular chapter how many marks of question is going to come up and from which particular part also. Isn't that amazing? I can't just wait to show that to you guys. Let me, after that, I'm going to also tell you where you could lose marks, because there are plenty and plenty of places, and you guys will agree with me when I say this, that there are places where you guys do such silly mistakes that you also don't even realize when you're doing that in the examinations. Even if you have not done it, your classmates, your tuition mates, your some mates, they would know, you would know that they do at least. I don't want that to happen to any of you guys. So we'll discuss that kind of silly mistakes as well, and you will also know how to write your exam for that perfect score of 100%. Isn't that? Let's start then. Before I start, I think I should actually tell you guys about a very surprising thing. Let me show that to you guys. Basically, at Vedantu, we are also going to launch a revision course specially for ICSE students starting right from 10th of December 2018, just after 9 days after this, and it's going to be a 93-hour session, 93 hours, in which 30 hours is dedicatedly going to be for mathematics, 21 hours for physics, 21 hours for chemistry, and 21 hours for biology. All those combined, you are going to get it at Vedantu starting right from 10 December. I will tell you guys the details, the further details, how to enroll in that, what is the price of this course, everything at the end of this session. I just don't want this to be just this. So before I start, I would just like to tell each and every one of you, just for a moment, this particular code, keep it in your mind. It's pretty simple. It does not matter how slowly you go until and unless you do not stop. It's very important that you don't hit that pause button in your life, guys, because I know you are going to get pressure from your parents, you're going to get pressure from your friends, from everywhere going to get pressure to learn something, to study something, isn't it? Now it would have been started. It would have been started 1 year back. But we understand that each and every student have their own mental capability. We understand. Go at your own space, you will do great. Trust me on that. Cool. Okay, and if you don't agree on me, go and watch Tare Zameen Par. I know that. Okay? So let's start, guys. I would like to start this session with a very simple question. So check it out. Let me show it to you. It's a very simple question here, right? Equivalent resistance between A and B will be how much? This might look like a very difficult question for all of you, but trust me when I say this, it's just a 10th standard question. It has a surprising element also, that though I will tell you later, but try solving this up. I can tell you that you can solve this in just 10 seconds. You don't believe me? You don't believe me that we can solve this in 10 seconds? let me show you much complicated problem than this. I just randomly took one problem from internet which looked like this. Randomly took. I just typed in the most complex resistance circuit problem and this came up. And I was wondering, this is not that hard. But many of you guys might find it hard. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? Just look at it. So if I just ask you a very simple question, how much time are you going to take to solve this question? 5 minutes. It's a very complex circuit. Chalo, the fastest of you could be able to solve in 3 minutes. Okay. 2. I don't think, you might not have the knowledge to actually, do this under 1 minute. Do you? Trust me when I say this, guys, you can actually solve this in just 10 seconds. My record time was 5 seconds to do this problem, but as soon as I saw this problem, I will show you how. I'll tell you the way how, okay? But just look at it. So, solving it up right now in front of all of you, okay? I'm not actually going to do any mathematics. It's all going to be all mental. So, and I'll teach you how to do that mentally. Just exactly after 15 minutes of this session, I will tell you how to do this mentally. So, right now I'm going to show it to you, okay? So, when you look at it, so we have 10, 12, 12, 6, 8, 4, 4, 4, 8, 12, 12, 6, 4, 4, 4, 8, 8, 8, 4, 4, 4, 8, 8, 8, 4, 4, 6, 10 ohms. That's it. In this question, you just need to know where is the series circuit and where is the parallel circuit. Once you know that, the calculation is pretty simple. So the answer to this question is 10 ohms as I found it right now, and you will be also able to find it at the end of this session. I hope you're getting my point, right? So just hold on to it. How to do it in under 10 seconds? I think I took out 10 seconds. We'll do that. We'll do that. Just a moment. First, you guys just let me know. How much do you guys know your own syllabus? Just let me know that. Here is a question which I would like all of you guys to think and answer it to me, a very simple one. As an average, what marks can you expect from the unit electricity and magnetism in ICSE 10th board examination 2019? The unit is electricity and magnetism, which has almost 3 chapters. Number 1 would be electric current, number 2 would be electromagnetism, number 3 would be household circuits. So including all these 3, how much marks do you think? 13, 15, 18, 22. I'm going to give you guys exactly 10 seconds to answer this. Your time is running, guys. Your time is clicking. Come on. You guys are ICSE. You guys are well above a lot of students there. Please let me know what you guys think. Is it 15? Is it 13, 15, 18 or 22? What do you guys think is the correct answer? Your time ends in 5. 4. Oh my god, I could see a lot of A's going on, a lot of D's going on the chat right now. I can see your chats as well, okay? Please don't think that I'm not looking at your chats. So I could see a lot of A's, a lot of D's, B's as well, C's as well. Okay, so whatever options, I'm going to choose it, right? Good job. That's a very good way to do it. Good. But I could see majority of you guys were able to give me the correct answer. Not everyone, though. The correct answer for this question is just how much? 18 marks. As an average, from all these 3 chapters, being in the part of electromagnetism, that is electricity and magnetism, you are going to get just 18 marks as an average. What does this signify? This signifies that from these chapters, when you have 18 marks, and I will show you the analysis of the paper, you will get to know that, okay, 2 questions come from the numericals and 3 questions comes from the subjective part and 2 questions comes from the objective part. So what? So that would mean from this particular chapter, electricity, 5 marks question are not going to come. So I am not going to study big answers at all because it's not going to come. That's what it signifies, isn't it? Let me show you to one more question. Very simple. Let me see whether you guys can get this question correct. It's much easier than the previous one. So the question goes like this. Please go ahead and let me know what is the answer. As an average, what marks can you expect from the unit heat in ICSE 10th board examinations to 2019? 5, 8, 10, 15. Come on, I know you guys have the capability to give me that answer correctly. So think. Come on. 5, 8, 10, 15, guys. What is your answer? Nice. Amazing. I could see some crazy answer going on. A lot of you guys chit-chatting also. Stop chit-chatting. Concentrate here. So 5, 8, 10, 15. So I could see a lot of A, B, C and D. So correct answer comes out to be nothing but 15. Option D, 15 is the correct answer. And what interesting is, in this unit heat, there is only one chapter. And what is that chapter? Calorimeter. Isn't it? For calorimetry, you have 15 marks. alone. That's too much. I will tell you exactly where to concentrate in that chapter right now. Let me show it to you guys. Let me show it to you. This is the 2018 paper analysis. And what does this prove? This proves all the live processes for each and everyone. What you guys gonna do from right now, from right on, how you're gonna prepare for your ICSE examinations, all depends on this. This is the question paper pattern which you need to follow to get that 100%. What does it state? It states few simple stuff. We have basically 6 units in ICSE, isn't it? 6 units. Number 1, as you can see very clearly, you have force, work, power and energy, which includes this chapter force, work, power and energy and machines. Then you have light, which includes the chapter, you have lenses, refracting plane surfaces, and then you have spectrum. And then you have sound, which have basically 1 chapter. Then you have electricity and magnetism, which contains 3 chapters more. Then you have heat, only 1 chapter, calorimetry. And then you have modern physics. Modern physics, you guys know it contains radioactivity. So from these chapters, this is the types of question you will definitely get for sure. For sure you're going to get in 2019. So better you concentrate. All of you, okay? Concentrate right now. Okay, in 2018, it was observed one very interesting thing, that force, work, power and energy had in total 10 marks for the subjective, 1 question from the diagrams, 2 questions from the numericals, and the total came out to be 19 marks. 19 marks of the total 100 marks came from this particular chapter, from this particular unit. And I believe you guys will be able to know. For example, let's look into the diagram based. 4 marks of diagram based. Think about these 3 chapters and just tell me from these 3 chapters, which part do you think the diagram based question can come? The first thing which comes in my mind, the most important one, is from the machines chapter, where we have to talk about block and tackle system, or we have to talk about the different kinds of pulleys, isn't it? All these kinds of questions are diagram based. Got a point? So that question, 1 diagram based questions is coming. So just focus on all the diagrams which you have on that particular chapter, isn't it? Then let's look at numerical problems. When you look at numerical problems, my dear students, think about it. Force, work, power, energy and machines, all of them have numerical problems. And which is the most important one? You have a 3-mark problem and a 2-mark problem coming up. A 3-mark problem, when you guess it up correctly, you will definitely know that is going to come from machines, because force usually does not contain a 3-mark problem as such. They usually contain 2 2-mark problem more. But you can definitely expect 1 3-mark problem and 1 2-mark problem definitely coming from work, power and energy, machines, as well as your first chapter force, probability more towards the machine. If this diagram based question is from the machines, then definitely you will not get a problem from the machines. There's a high probability of that. So just try to understand this up. Just try to understand what is the pattern. Okay, so numerical problem is done. Now let's look at subjective. Look at it. 5 questions, each of 2 marks. 5 questions, each of 2 marks. And you have plenty of scenarios in the chapter machine, force and work, power, energy. For example, when I talk about machines, what is the mechanical advantage of this pulley system? What is this mechanical advantage of that pulley system? If the velocity ratios is this, what is the mechanical advantage? Then what is the relationship between efficiency, velocity ratio and mechanical advantage? All these questions, very repetitive in ICSE and very common in ICSE, which you guys can actually target to get that 100%. Isn't that? That's all about machines. Talk about work, power and energy. What is work? When is work negative? When is work positive? What are the factors which affect work? Simple question. Look at force. What is force? What are the factors which affect the force? What are the different kinds of effects that force can put in? All that question can affect here. 2 marks. And when we talking about subjective questions, it's very necessary that all of you guys target onto one particular type of questions, which is nothing but giving reasons. Giving reasons is a very important category of questions when it comes to subjective, because you might know very clearly in all the chapters which you have in your ICSE 10th standard, you know very carefully that give reasons are a lot. For example, if I go on to the chapter of machines, if I take it, what are the factors affecting this? What are the factors affecting that? Correct. This factors thing is very important. So you make sure that all of you guys go behind that factors, because those are the parts from where you can get that particular part for subjective. 2 marks. Don't lose them. So I'm going to write down factors. Cool. So this is the part from the work, power, energy and force part. Then comes Mr. Light. See, light as compared to work, power and energy is pretty simple. it is not that complicated. Because there are certain dedicated parts from some common questions which are very much sure. For example, if you look at it, light chapter has a very important numerical problem set. Think about this. In the entire scenario of light, when it comes to numerical problems, give it a guess. From that light unit, where can you get a numerical problem? Think about it, guys. Just think. You have a numerical problem from the lens. Yeah, good. You have numerical problem from the concept of refractive index. Yes. Snell's laws. Yes. You have some way or the other numericals from the deviations or some conceptual questions, isn't it? Exactly correct. So when we are discussing this, you are able to guess it up, isn't it? That's all you have to do. You just need to guess it up that from numerical problems from this unit light, which and all you know numericals you can get. You just have to take this 2018 paper and 2017 paper, go through it. You will have a clear picture key from which part of this chapter, of which part of this unit you are going to get that question. And my dear students, then no one can stop you from getting that 100% score. So your numerical problems is done there. Okay. Now let's look into the diagram base. Now I'm like, come on, diagram base from the chapter light is so simple. You are gonna get ray diagrams for sure. 3 marks ke 3 question. One is going to be ray diagrams, or one other could be one from refraction through plane surfaces ke diagram. That multiple reflection concept from the thick glass concept, that can also come. So there are so many questions which can come here, but you know, they all are targeted. They all are kind of sure shots. For example, when you look at this particular unit, the sure shot question would be multiple reflection, thickness wala. One sure shot question would be ray diagram from the concept of lenses. Then one sure shot question would be in the textbook Selena. There are many questions which are on the exercise part which are diagrammatic. Focus on them also. So many questions of that sort which you can practice and gain that 100%. Now once you have done diagram based, when you come into this particular subjective, from the light chapter again, subjective factors affecting is a common questions which you can get. What are the factors affecting? And if you don't get factors affecting, then the next part would be definitions. Okay, and this goes on for all the chapters, my dear students. Definitions and factors affecting are the common questions which you can expect from the subjective part of the question paper. This is very, very important. I would like all of you guys to keep a note of it. Okay, so you have your light, and when you look at it, in 2018, light was the chapter which came for 25 marks, the highest. I wish just 2018 students just knew all this so that they could have been better prepared. Guys, honestly speaking, this is not going to be enough to score that 100%, but this is going to help you a lot because you know which question from which chapter. Let's look at the third one. The third one is nothing but sound, a very simple and very sweet chapter, very targeted questions, very sure short questions. If you look at it, the subjective part, it has two types. First of all, I will tell you the most common question which comes in this sound chapter is nothing but what are the applications of nothing but your ultrasound. Applications of ultrasound is a very common concept in this. Similarly, in the chapter light part, light has 3 chapters: plane surfaces, spectrum, and lenses. In the case of spectrum, you can have that applications of different spectrum light rays, for example X-rays, UV rays, all this, gamma rays, all this will have different applications. Look on to that because a lot of subjective questions comes from them. How to detect UV rays, how to detect IR rays, all these questions are pretty important. So I'm hoping that you guys are noting it down what I'm speaking, because otherwise you need to watch the video again कि सर ने क्या बोला था. ठीक है, ऐसा मत करना. Note it down right now. Believe all of you guys are noting it down. तो हो गया sound में आपका, I told you applications of your ultrasound, or it comes to key applications of echo, applications of reverberation. What is echo? What is reverberation? All these questions are also subjective, pretty important. और sound में numerical है क्या? One numerical from echo, 4 marks. One numerical from echo. That's it. 4 marks question दे दिए. There are 2 clips. One person is standing in between. There are 2 echoes being heard by the person. Find out the speed of light, speed of sound. Simple. Correct. 4 marks question. बात खत्म. Expected. Be prepared. Diagram based question 2 marks. अब बताओ. The thing can tell me what is the diagram based question in sound. Just give it a guess. क्या हो सकता है? I'm gonna move away. You guys think and tell me कि what do you guys think कि डायग्राम बेस्ड क्वेश्चन कौन सा हो सकता है इन द चैप्टर साउंड? एनी आइडियाज? थिंक, ऐसा क्या है साउंड में? I believe you guys are getting it. It's pretty simple. Sound के बारे में सोचेंगे हम तो it's pretty simple. You're gonna talk about ultrasound, sonar, diagram based question, sonar, or you're gonna talk about nothing but characteristics of a wave or a longitudinal wave or a transverse wave. That's it. Total marks 11, which is not pretty bad. 11 marks for one single chapter, comparable to calorimetry. Let's look into the our khatarnak chapter called as electricity and magnetism unit part. Now this unit contains 20 marks. 20 marks. That's pretty important. That's pretty easy to get as well. Few questions which is just looked at, the resistance type. Those kind of questions you can expect, otherwise you cannot expect. I will tell you one very important thing. The ICSE problems on resistance are pretty simple. They are very, very easy. So when it comes to numericals, you can see the weightage from this particular unit is the maximum, because this is having 9 marks of the numericals. For obvious reasons, because all these chapters from electricity and magnetism have numericals, correct? They can come from electricity chapter, electric current chapter. They might come from magnetism chapter. When I talk about magnetism chapter, you don't have any particular, numericals, but you have a lot of conceptual questions considered as practicals. And you have light में आपका ये electricity में you have the topic from electric current, potential difference, power, electrical energy. All these concepts are pretty important. And when I dedicatedly tell you guys about numericals, always remember one kind of a numerical which is nothing but resistance. Numericals are very important, and after resistance numericals there is one more very important thing, that is nothing but the electrical energy. Electrical energy numericals are also very, very important. Keep a note. Once that is done, then comes the subjective. Come on, who cannot find out in this magnetism chapter what could be subjective? Define electromagnetic induction, explain the working of AC generator, explain the process how does magnetic force is created. Simple questions, very much easy to guess, isn't it? Exactly correct. Just guess it up. You know this many questions are gonna come from this particular part, from this many marks. Guess it up. Look at it. 3 marks question. 3 marks question, obviously your DC motor, AC generator. Then you have 2 marks question, obviously factors affecting. Give reasons or definitions or what is this? What is that? Simple. Just go for it. Okay. Now once that is done, then comes the horror picture for a lot of students, that is heat or calorimetry. Guys, when I say this, don't take it the wrong way, because actually calorimetry is a very easy chapter. It's pretty easy. You just have to focus on very minute things. Number one, that be, I'll let you guys know so that you can note it down. Number one would be nothing but, guys, concept of latent heat. This is the most important part actually, because when you talk about heat and the calorimetry chapter, the numericals which come from this chapter mainly focus on latent heat. Latent heat के numericals, practice it really well. Once your latent heat is done, all the other numericals are very easy as opposed to them. And also kind of practice all those numericals which contain ice in it. As the numericals which contain ice in it in the Selenium textbook or any textbook which you are focusing, this ice question is very important, because you know what happens, ice takes up heat to melt down first, then to vaporize. So student get confused कि कौन सा temperature लेना है for this particular part. So I believe you guys are focusing on this. Please take very good practice on the questions related to ice and the questions related to latent heat. Latent heat and ice are also pretty much connected, so you will have that, because most more questions from latent heat come from the ice part also. The latent heat of the ice is this much. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे questions आते हैं, focus on them. Once you know that numericals, apart from these numericals, you have very general ones. Find out the heat generated, find out what is the temperature, common temperature. That is also very good. Okay, once that is done, then comes the subjective. Subjective in heat, very targeted, very targeted, very simple, short questions. Applications, the water applications which you have, why does the ice froze in that particular region, not in this particular region? Why does the ice is frozen on the top but it is melted in the bottom? These kind of questions, the applications, I believe it's ringing a bell in your mind कि हाँ है, heat के chapter में है ये questions. Applications, no? Remember these kind of questions. That's all. So done, heat also done, and no diagram based question because there is no diagram in the chapter. So pretty simple. So total 14 marks came from 2018. Focusing on the next, modern physics. Surprisingly, modern physics, that is radioactivity, was of very less marks in 2018. It's pretty less because commonly it comes more than 15 marks. तो यहाँ पे हम देखें modern physics का subjective questions were pretty less. Radioactivity 6 marks only. One diagram based question and only one numerical problem question, and you obviously know from where. You just need to find out the half life, full life, that question, numerical problem, because radioactivity में numericals बहुत कम है. One is to find out the half life, one is to find out the full life. That's it, nothing much. Once that is done, then diagram based questions are many diagram based questions, but only one question comes from the diagram base, and there are very simple diagram based questions in the chapter radioactivity, so be prepared for that. Once that is done, subjective questions are a lot. When I look into 2018, 17, 16 paper, subjective questions are a lot. So kindly focus on radioactivity subjective part more than the other chapters, because this is the place where you can score a lot. Because radioactivity is a very simple chapter and it's very interesting also. ठीक है, तो ध्यान देना इसमें. Now let me show you. 2018 is done. You just have a look. 19, 25, 11, 20, 14, 11. Just have a look. Let me show you 2017 paper. And I believe all of you guys were noting this down now, क्योंकि मिलेगा नहीं दोबारा ये. No one else is going to tell you this. I believe you guys are noting it down. So once 2018 is done, let me show you 2017. Look at it. 21, 16, 13, 16, 12, 22. Modern physics coming for 22 marks. Isn't that very much unpredictable? Look at this marks distribution. It's completely unpredictable. पिछली बार आपको मिला था how much? 6 marks, but modern physics this came in 2017 for 20 marks. Guys, this is the worst part about ICSE's paper. It's very unpredictable. And this took us a long time to actually finally found out कि marks distribution कैसे होता है. ठीक है? So let me show you 2016 paper also. You'll be pretty surprised to see 16, 16, 16, 18, 18, 16. So consistent. It's like Virat Kohli going on the pitch and hitting 100, 100, 100, 98, 100, 100, 100. ऐसे बात हो गई. Isn't it? So it's completely unpredictable. 2016, 2017, 2018. So if you guys go on and do it by yourself to analyze the paper, you are gonna go completely mad because there is no resemblance. But one thing to notice is, if I take it as an average, one thing you must have noticed in all the 3 papers, that is, as an average you can consider 15 to 20 marks as an average dedicated to every chapter. 15 to 20 marks dedicated to every chapter, and 15 to 20 marks dedicated to every chapter. Apart from that, you can also notice there are only a few chapters from where numericals are expected, and there are only a few chapters where subjectives are more, and there are only a few chapters where both subjective and numericals are targeted. For example, light. For example, force, work, power and energy. These two units have proper combination of numericals and subjective questions. So I know it might be a very big difficulty for you guys to concentrate on both the chapters, but you have to. These are the 2 basic units which you have to cover for no reasons. No specific reason. You have to score the 100%, right? That's the reason. And when you go to the next part, heat is a very important chapter where also can score a lot of marks. So my dear students, I hope you guys all have noted. So this were the paper analysis which we have done, and now at Vedantu we have come up with a very interesting course lined up with proper paper pattern, so that we can also target each and every kinds of question related to subjective, related to numericals, every important question which has come in the ICSE 10th examinations from past 10 years. Everything has been taken care of. I'll tell you the details about this just after a moment, but let me now tell you, abhi ho gayi bahut sari baatcheet, we have spoken a lot. Now let's get into the actual matter, ki where you guys could go wrong in this type of examples or paper. I'll just give you one small example. Look into it and tell me what is the answer. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you one simple question. What is the answer to this question, guys? Look at it very carefully. Which quantity is represented by the SI unit joules per coulomb? Which quantity is represented by the SI unit joules per coulomb? What would be your answer? A very simple question though, and you guys are smart, as I saw in the chat. You guys are very smart, so you guys will be able to do it. I'm gonna give you guys 10 seconds to answer. Your time has started. So your time goes like 5, 4. I could see a lot of A, B, C, and D's in the chat. Very nicely done. 3 and 2 and 1. The time is up, guys. The time is up. Okay. Interesting chat going on right there. I could see many of you guys going completely haywire कि सर ऐसा क्वेश्चन तो हमने देखा नहीं है बिल्कुल भी, ये कहाँ से आ गया. Correct. JC power -1, it's pretty simple. Actually, the correct answer for this question, if you guess it up, it's potential difference across the circuit. Now, the point I want to state from this particular question is pretty simple. There are many places, even you might have done it by yourself, I have done it myself, even a lot of your classmates might have done. We all actually lose out on SI units, and there are marks being cut for that unnecessarily. Please don't do that. Now, all might be thinking, sir, how is this potential difference? From where did this potential difference come to the picture? Let me show it to you. What is the formula for potential difference? I believe all of you guys know it's nothing but electric potential is V is equal to W by Q. W is equal to work done, Q is equal to charge, isn't it? What is the SI unit of work done? It is nothing but joules. And what is the SI unit of charge? It is nothing but coulomb. Hence, we can write it down as JC power -1. A standard ICSE question, by the way, a standard ICSE question. I believe you guys got that. JC power -1 is the answer to this. And then, just to honor the scientist, we call this also as volts. Just to honor the scientist. Remember that. Just a hint to notice where you are going wrong. Just understand all the concepts from the fundamentals. It's very, very important. Don't just study anything to score marks. Study everything to learn something, and marks are obviously gonna fall behind, isn't it? Simple, guys. Simple logic. I know a lot of philanthropy. I'm really sorry about that if I bored you guys with that. Okay, moving forward, guys, let me ask you. Acha, before I ask you, this is the time of reveal of the course which I have been talking about from the starting. As you guys know, guys, we are going to start a master course specially dedicated for ICSE 10th standard students for revision courses, where we are going to cover all the chapters of all the subjects, covering more than 10 years of ICSE 10 paper, questions, important questions from the textbooks as well. Many concepts and many concepts. Not only we are going to cover the concepts, we are also going to give you tips and tricks how to time manage your daily life, how to time manage during the examinations, what are the strategies to score that 100% marks which all of you guys are aiming for. Actually, I know because I also was there just few years back with all of you, isn't it? So yeah, so this is going to be starting, and it's going to start on 20th of December. It's a total 93 hours course. You might be thinking it's only for physics. No, it's not only for physics. We know that all of you guys are facing in different subjects. So it's going to be for physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology. Physics 21 hours, chemistry 21 hours, mathematics 21 hours in total. Sorry, mathematics 30 hours in total. And then you have biology 21 hours as well. So physics, chemistry, bio 21 hours each, and mathematics 30 hours. In total, all this, you're going to get it for 7,499 rupees. And that is the link to enroll in the course. I'll be waiting to see all of you guys in the course, by the way, because I know that you guys are smart. Okay, so yeah, 7,499. The actual price, if I tell you, it's 15,000 rupees. That's the actual price. So this lightning deal will be going on 4 hours after this session, only for 4 hours. After the lightning deal, you might have to get it for the actual price. I don't want that to happen to you. So think about it. Let me know. Please note down the link here. It's vdnt.in/revision ICSE. That's all. That's all I'm going to talk about. I'm going to move forward. I promised you guys in the starting that I'm going to show you how to prove this kind of questions, isn't it? So we are back, and this time we are back with the KBC setup. Shuru kiya jaye. Here is the options. Go for it, guys, and give it a very wonderful thought. And I will show you how to solve this in just 10 seconds. But I'm going to give you guys exactly, maybe 30 seconds to try it out. I've given you the options. At least you guys can have a good, what should I say, like, go through it. Have a good guess also. Good. I could see a lot of answers in the chat as well. अरे रे रे क्या बात, A B C T E F, all the options, क्या बात, very nice. Anyways, I know you guys are smart, you guys can do it. I know you just need a bit of extra time, but sadly we don't have it today. तो देखते हैं क्या होता है. 20 more seconds guys, 20 more seconds. I'm gonna go out again. 20 more seconds, let me go out that way. New trend, 20 marks, go for it guys. 10 seconds more, give it your best shot. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Newly joining students will think that some kind of dance form is going on here, but no, this is how the sessions happened. This is how entertaining all the sessions are. And personally, I actually forgot to tell you guys that in the course, physics would be taken by me. ठीक है? तो अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो अभी बता देना, ठीक है? Physics would be taken by me. As I told you already, I'm an aerospace engineer, so I love physics. That's why I teach. Okay, coming back to that. Option A 6.92 ohms, option B 0.8 ohms, option C 15 ohms, option D 3.57 ohms. Let me see what is going to happen. Let me tell you guys what is the shortcut trick to actually do this problem. It's a very simple problem though. Look at it very carefully. We have to find out the equivalent resistance between A and B, isn't it? I saw many of you guys gave me a lot of options here, but let me tell you what is the correct answer. We have to find out the equivalent resistance between A and B. What we do basically, whenever you get a resistance question, first thing which you should do, connect the points with a battery. So the equivalent resistance we have to find between A and B. Let's connect the point with a battery. A connected to a battery, B also connected to a battery. Second thing which you need to do, just draw the current. Just draw the current direction. Let's see what happens. Current direction starts from the positive. Conventional current, isn't it? Starts from the positive side of the battery, goes to A. And my dear students, doesn't A look like a junction from where three wires are coming out? One going towards D, one going towards C, and one going towards B, isn't it? So what is going to happen? The current gets divided into three. What does that mean? That means whenever current gets divided, what gets divided? Whenever current gets divided, what kind of a circuit is that? That becomes a parallel circuit, as simple as that. Keep that in mind. Current gets divided, parallel circuit. So current gets divided into three. One side of current going upward. Let me call this current as I. So the thing which is going upward, let me call that as I1. Current going into this particular branch, let's call it as I2. Current going through this particular branch, let's call me I3. So I1, I2, I3, all three going in three separate waves. They are like three simple brothers who बिछड़ गए, बाद में कभी मिलेंगे. Let me show you guys how they are going to मिलाप कैसे होता है. So all the three going. I1 current went to D. Since there is no resistance between D and C, it does not have to divide. One more small concept for all of you guys. Have a note. If there is no load in the branch, if there is no resistance in the branch, the current will not get divided, because it would mean that the resistance at that particular part is zero. No resistance, zero, completely wire. Resistance of the wire would be completely negligible as compared to all the other branches. Hence, no current passes through. ठीक है, तो assume कर लिया. अब देखते क्या होता है. So from D it gets inside, passes through 3 ohm and reaches here. I2 current passes through 2 ohms and reaches there. I3 current passes through C, for same reason does not go to CD, for same reasons what I told you. Enters 4 ohm and reaches here. Here all the three current combine together and then give you what? Give you I back. I1, I2, I3 combine again to give you I, and from there the I comes out to 6 ohms and gets inside the battery. ठीक है, अब ये जो बनाया है, let's make it separately here. Let's make it separately. Let me show it to you. So you have basically one simple thing. Battery. Battery is ever existing. It is like God in electrical circuits. It is like God. Let me mark this. So one wire came from the battery. From point A, it divided into 3. So 1, 2, 3. First part, it has a resistance of 3 ohms. In the second part, it has a resistance of 2 ohms. And on the third part, it has a resistance of how much? 4 ohms, isn't it? So what do we see here? We see a very important conclusion, which is nothing but all these 3 resistors were actually in parallel to each other. And after that resistance, all the current got combined. So current get divided into 3, and here all of them combined back again, and that current went through what? Went through 6 ohms, and that 6 ohms got combined to the battery here. What does this mean? That means these 3 are in parallel and 6 ohms are in series. That's it. So when you get, with lot of amount of practice, when you try to understand this particular part right here, how to find it out, or how to classify which part of the circuit is parallel and which part of the circuit is series, you are bang on there. Khatam na? How much time it's going to take? You will find out 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. You will solve it up and you'll get the parallel connection. You will get it as 0.92 ohms. And when you add that with 6, you will get the answer as nothing but 6.92 ohms. That's it. No, see. 6.92 ohms. That's it. That's the answer. Parallel connection. You will get 0.92. Then you have 6 in front. Add both of them. You will get 6.92. If you're not getting it, mathematical mistake. Try to get it. Okay? Okay guys, it was as simple as that. Just need to classify. Similarly, the same question I put it in front of you in the starting also, the most terrific and complicated question. This is more simpler than that. Look into it. I'll just draw the current direction. 2 points A and B connect. Oh, 1 second. Yes, so we are back to the question. 2 points A and B connected to a battery. Current starts flowing, passes through R1, enters here, divides into 2, passes through R4, divides into 3, and this current comes here and reaches there, here, combine there, reach here, combine back here, and get back to the battery. So all the current which is splitting gets combined at each and every branch, and you get it back at the battery. So wherever the current gets split, it's a parallel connection, as simple as that. Here you can see the final branch here. This branch, imagine if IX is going through it. IX is going through this 10 ohms, this, and reaching here. So same current passes through this and this, hence they are in series. So you will get it as 12 ohms, that is 10 ohms plus 2 ohms, 12 ohms, series connection. Formula R1 plus R2, you know that. No, don't tell me you don't know that. You'll get very nicely. Yeah, 10 plus 2 ohms, 12 ohms. Stay done. Now that is done, 12 ohms. Ab dekhte kya hota hai. So now obviously current is getting divided between this particular branch and this particular, isn't it? Current is getting divided between, let me show it to you again, this branch and this branch. Current is getting divided. Hence these two are in parallel. So you got 12 ohms in this particular branch, and in this branch you have 6. It just needs simple mathematics to understand that 1 by 12 plus 1 by 6, you are going to get it as 1 by 4. Mathematics. This all thing should be in your mind. So when you reciprocate it, you will get 4 ohms. Why you are reciprocating? Because now you have got 1 by Rp. So you need to reciprocate it to get Rp, isn't it? So 4 ohms. Simple. So you got 4 ohms. Once you got 4 ohms, then all these parts do not exist. You just have one resistance in this area, which is of 4 ohms. Then this 4 ohms and this 8 in series, then the process continues and you get the answer at the end as 10 ohms. That's it. Now let me show it to you again. Now let me show it to you how we can do it fast. Okay. I want all of you guys to completely concentrate here. 10 to 12. 12, 6, parallel, 4 ohms. 4, 8, which you will get, series, 12 ohms. 12, 6, again parallel, 4 ohms. 4 plus 4 ohms, 8 ohms. 8 ohms, 8 ohms, again parallel, 4 ohms. 4 ohms plus 4 ohms, 8 ohms. 8 ohms plus 8 ohms, sorry, parallel again. So 4 ohms, 4 plus 6, 10 ohms. Few tricks which you have to remember. Always 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8 will be nothing but the half of that. Always, which you know. So remember this kind of tricks and you'll be able to do it in just 10 seconds with more amount of practice, and we are going to practice this in the sessions as well. With that guys, without spending any more time, I would like to tell you that this is me, Abhishek, and this is my email ID, k.abhishek@vedantu.com. For any kind of a doubt from this particular session, you guys can actually contact me through the email ID. You can contact me. You please let me know how was the session, whether did you guys enjoy it or not, whether this was beneficial or not, or on which topic you want to take, you want me to take sessions next. Please let me know that. You can also show me that did you like the video or not, like did you like the session or not in the comments down below. I'll be really happy, and all my regular students know that I personally reply to each and every comment. So it will be really great whether you guys will be able to tell me how did the session went and what do you guys want for the next session also. And also please try to join the course because it's going to be very beneficial for all of you. Okay? So that's it guys. I'll write down the link again. I'll show you the link again if you want for the course link. If you have not noted it, it's nothing but right here. Yes, that's the link. Check it out. Let me know. Cool. So with that guys, I'll end the session right now. Bye bye. Take care. Good night. We'll see you in the next session. Until next time guys, enjoy your life.